Greetings, gamers. It is Showdown versus RedKing, also known as Konagrat here. Alexa, stop. You get my Alexa in the background there. We are going to be doing chat. We're going to be doing this recording. This is for the Phoenix League. I'm very excited for this game. It should be a lot of fun. We are going to do chat, which I haven't really done.
Okay.
Am I in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, I don't really do chat that often, so I'm not quite sure how everything works.
Cool. Right. Yeah. Like for some reason, it's I prefer chat actually.
Sure.
And it's people. It's like I start to get very anxious for some reason, but when it's people I can hear and like they sound a bit more human, it helps. Right.
I can assure you, I'm not a robot.
That's what the last robot said. Not sure about that.
Okay. I think I got everything set up. I'll go ahead and start us off here.
Sweet. Ooh, this was interesting.
Okay.
That does look like a fun deck. I'm hoping we can get a jank off. So what do I think I need with that?
Yeah, I got to do one test with it so far. And I learned a little bit, I think.
I'm gonna try this. Yeah, it's a very interesting set of colors you got there.
Yeah, thank you. Not so shabby yourself there, going a little 4-color. I think I have to do this.
Okay, I'm gonna try that and see what happens.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I do. Well, I don't know. I have no idea what I do here. I think you're going to be doing that. So let's try. Where is it? I know it's in here. Okay. Here we go.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Absolutely. This should be fun. Let's see. Classic Admonisher tech.
Underused, I suspect.
Well.
It's a very spicy discard.
There we go. Gotta remember it's Odette here that I'm dealing with.
Passing your main, eh? That's really
Yeah, I
interesting.
think it's a good turn if I med 5 and then just have that be my turn. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, fascinating. Okay, let's play into that. And here we go.
Black Shepherd. All right.
Mhm. Okay. Let's try. Hmm.
Okay. Mhm.
Um. What do I want to do about that? Let's try that.
All right. Well, that was fun.
It was disappointing. Let us carry on.
Nice devotion. That's awesome. Now it's gonna be a tough dude to deal with. Hmm.
Oh, look, a Flute Mage.
Oh yeah.
What a surprise.
I don't think you're being truthful.
Well, we will see. What do I want to do about that? See what happens.
Okay. What do I think is in your hand? Oh, okay. Yeah, him living another turn was gonna be a pretty low possibility.
Yeah. What's left in those dice? Um. Mhm.
Is there any reason I couldn't target the Gilder?
Yeah, it's a 0 attack unit, so the Flock Shepherd stops it.
Oh, yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
That would do it. Whoops. All right.
Yeah. This Astrea is working as it's meant to.
Definitely wasn't expecting that. Hmm. All right. Well, so you're gonna Ping me for 2, I suspect.
What shall I exhaust? I think I'll exhaust that. And done.
Well, let the beatings commence.
A lot of damage.
Okay. Boy, they've done a lot of upgrades on Ashteki. It's beautiful.
Yeah, the visuals are pretty.
Right? I'm so
Yeah.
impressed.
Yeah, they're very good.
Okay. Alright, so the yellow shields mean I can't attack them directly.
Yeah, because of the Shield Mage, and then the translucent shields are protected by the Flock Shepherd.
But the Flock Shepherd.
And
Okay.
the cannot attack is a crossed sword, apparently. I'm learning them as we go.
Okay. Can attack cross sword. Okay, great. Okay, great. Well, let's see what we can do here. Is there any reason we do this? Yeah, this is a pickle.
I hope so. That's all I can say. I really hope so.
If we do that, we still got a Gilder, but that's fine. Let's do this before you get anything sneaky there. Let's do this one. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh dear, they're targetable again.
There we go.
Hope comes back.
Yeah,
Okay. What else is floating around? Lots of things. Okay.
That was a rough dice on your side there.
Yeah, but hopefully it won't be too terrible. Hopefully. Okay.
Let's cut the strings. How many did you run in there, though, is the question. I'm gonna guess at least 2. Hmm. Go on a limb here and say that that card's not going to be all that valuable to me. Ha ha! Take it out in Guilders. Nice.
Now, you haven't got a side action left, have you?
No, I used the side action.
Interesting.
Ooh.
She's back.
You bet.
Um, um, hmm. Do well.
I think it comes down to is how much how much heal do you have? And
Hmm.
I'm suspecting the answer is enough.
I'm not sure. I am not sure about that.
Oh yeah. Taking care of Guilders, left and right.
Hmm. Um, yeah, what next?
Woofda. All right.
And
What are you guys big?
what can we add with that?
Yeah. You will.
Hmm. Um,
Mm. Oh, you're attacking. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even consider that. Whoops.
Indeed. The sneaky knight.
So I have to do it. Oh no, that's no good. All right. Well, this is better than taking 4 to the face, I
Yeah.
guess.
Still blocks it. Means you can kill it off if you want.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see now. You go first. That. Hmm. That's a good question. Make use it, I guess. Mm. Well, I'm not quite sure what to do here. A lot of good questions here. Generosities I'm worried about. But with you going first at the top of the round, it's unlikely and we get another dude into play that you know of. And honestly, I think you'll be pretty happy just letting the turn go. That's what I think.
Um, let's try generosity and see.
Okay. Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
Somewhat pointless library.
I mean, it's a body, right? And that's kind of what you
Yeah.
need.
There's another admonisher book.
If only I could double exhaust.
Mm. Generosity again.
Oh, good. That's exactly what I needed you to have, is more healing.
I'm trying to go the other way. Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, there you go. Enjoy. Yeah, that seems all right for you. Seems real good.
And that's good. Stop there.
My dice couldn't have been any luckier there. My God, look at that.
That's very nice.
It's crazy.
um,
Hmm.
where do we go with this? Oh, yeah. That's interesting.
Yep, seems like the right thing to do up front.
It's nice to have a game when it's actually not just for the damage. It's actually a way of taking care of alteration cheese.
Okay. All right, let's see what we can do here. I'd rather not do that, but I think I have to. Okay. What's that? Which is interesting. That's what we do. Make you do some stuff here at least.
Yeah. It's a strange situation.
Okay. Okay. Well, that answers a question for me, I guess. I haven't seen any amplifies yet. Okay. Get those main actions in for sure.
Essential part of a well-balanced diet.
Not quite sure how I'm supposed to be doing this. I'll be honest with you. I don't see anything going on there, so I think I just do this, right?
Keep spanking that doll. Bad doll. Bad doll.
So, I mean, it just makes you spend dice, which is Okay, I guess. Let's see what we got here.
Um, oh, it's exciting.
Less exciting in this matchup for sure.
True.
Let me see something. Okay. Hmm. Well, that's interesting. Have to do that regardless. All right. So that's a thing that happened. All right. Now what? Mm,
Oh,
well, I think it's probably
interesting.
fine.
Yeah, it's a big investment for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like I did something though.
hmm. Hmm. Here's your second. So it was all three of them, not just two. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what we can do.
Yeah, it's not like it was going to go anywhere for long.
Um,
I haven't seen any. I mean, at this stage, I think I probably would have seen any amplifies if you had them in the deck.
hmm.
Would be my guess.
Hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything, does it?
The Reign of Dull Judgment.
to the bitter end here.
Hmm.
Hmm. There you go. Nice
GG.
work. Good game. Well played.
Oh, yeah. Painful opening with the realm, but yeah, luckily I have chaff to keep chucking down and eventually managed to kill it.
Yeah. Yeah, it turned out. Being able to get those 2 butts down there was
Yeah.
definitely a thing. But yeah, like I don't have any mass removal per se. Usually the Realm Walker does it. Well, usually the opponent attacks too, giving me.
Yeah. I was scared of survival. That would have destroyed a lot of my combo, and I was trying desperately just to get stuff on my units to stop a survival hit.
Sure.
And then, yeah, just running into the sympathy pains or something, like just getting hit out. I guess you were unlucky to not draw
Well,
anymore.
so it only has. Well, I'm trying to think. I think it's got 2 of everything. So 2 Final Cry, 2 Molten Golds, and 2
Yeah,
Sympathy
the burn
Pains.
could have been a lot closer, I think, just if you'd drawn it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm holding a Molten Gold, but I was like,
Definitely. Yeah,
just one more is not going to get there, you know?
yeah.
And yeah, yeah, it just wasn't enough to get there. And the other thing, like the Mark of Goddesses usually help out there, but you have 0 attack
Yeah.
value. So it's like,
Yeah, the
well,
second
even,
you have concealed units, it stops it working.
yeah. And it's like,
Um,
yeah, even with the concealed, it wouldn't have worked anyway. Like it just didn't,
yeah.
wasn't anything to do there. Here,
Hmm.
I need to sign off my recording here. Give me a second.
Mhm.
Thanks so much for playing. You can stay on. We can talk for a bit more. I just need
Sure,
to
yeah,
get off.
that'd be cool. I like that.
Okay. So thanks everyone for watching. That was a great game of the
Yeah.
Phoenix League. And yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah, I'm just really liking the way in which we're able to get away with some janky, crazy decks.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, I love the wall deck. I suppose I could just let the recordings continue here if we're just hanging out. Yeah, it's I think there's a lot of room to explore on stuff like this. And I've played against this exact deck, boy, it would have been like a long time ago, like 8 months ago.
Hmm.
And I don't think there has been any any updates for it. I don't think. Have you been playing it much recently at all?
Which one?
This
This
deck that you're
Odette
playing right
one?
now.
No, I haven't. I've gone back to it because it occurred to me that this might actually be a deck that could still like do some work against aggro. Like if people are running slappers and sallies into your doll and you just keep slinging the damage back, that's going to be a problem for them. Brennan, I think I have like an aggro pivot, so I wasn't. Yeah, I was hoping if it was a Brennan, then it'd be like, okay, at least I can go ultra aggressive with like Grave Knight, Blood Archer, Lightbringer, Sword, and Golden Veil. So hoping I could come out. Yeah, so I felt okay if I have some hope that I could do something against Hope and against Brennan, then yeah, maybe this could actually be doing some work in the current field. But yeah, it's just the lock can shut a lot of people down if they don't have the tools to get around it, and it can just die horribly to certain decks like Neil plus the Shadows, for example, is pretty good, and generally will
Sure.
do something nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, I've usually been running the Demona deck the last 2 weeks.
Mm,
I've kind of gotten off of it. I'm like, well, let's just play some like kind of fun stuff and see what's going on here.
mm,
Um, the Astrea with the Realm Walker, the Realm of the Absurd Shell, this is actually the Phoenix Born that I started with it.
mm.
Just having that extra exhaustion in there has been kind of amazing, and then plus a little bit of the extra burn in there too. Um,
Yeah, that's nice. I've only done that kind of stuff with Echo for the obvious reasons, but yeah, Astea and her mark can put some nice pressure on as well.
mhm.
Do you play Neils and I guess Neil, you can't really do the Neil so much with the Realm Walker, but
Yeah.
survival definitely.
Yeah, and survival's not one that I had considered at all, which I probably should because I mean I'm not really running that many units, and I'm not really worried about the turtle.
Yeah, do you have a sense of what the worst matchup decks are at the moment?
Yeah, I don't know. Creeper, I guess,
Hmm.
would be the big one, and it wouldn't be
Okay.
very good against that, I don't think.
Yeah, the sheer amount of spam. Um,
Yeah, I really like this idea of what you're putting together. Like I said, I know you've had this one for a long time.
mm,
How many decks do you like put together? If you don't mind, just doing like a impromptu interview for the next couple
yeah.
minutes.
Oh, cool.
I mean,
What's the question? Sorry.
I mean, it's just like you're a legend in the community and for making decks, interesting,
Hmm.
innovative decks too. Like, do you have you like gone through all the different shells that you think that are out there and then just kind of cycling through the Phoenixborn right now? Or is there still new stuff that you're finding in card
There's
combinations?
there's still new stuff, which is lovely because other people are also now experimenting, and it's nice to see the kind of stuff they're coming up with. Um, my general principle is find a value engine, find a combination of cards that does something good, and then what's the best kind of showcase? What's the best supporting acts that can make that kind of thing work?
Hmm.
And there are still more. Like my work is cut out for me, and it's really nice other people are also exploring because there are, I think, loads of things like that. Like the deck you're doing, for example, I think the Sambali shells for these kind of Realm Walker things that they can pack quite a punch, quite devastatingly so, in fact. So it's like there are just different Phoenix Spawn can make things work better. Some Phoenix, but like this deck I've got, for example, I've got a variation in Rin and a variation in Lulu. The Rin variation can add the ice buffs on to make stuff more protected, and there's also inbuilt kind of survival defense. And then you have the Rin's Fury, which just stops big units from being a problem because it just ignores them and blows them up. And the Lulu one is it gets extra ping because you can turn the spark into extra damage via the doll. And having a Phoenix Barrage can also damage the doll. So
Sure.
maximum cases, if it gets up to like 5 life, you can go 4 damage on the doll, 2 damage on them, and then 6 damage overall onto the Phoenix Spawn.
Yeah,
Um,
that's super spicy if you can get that all together.
yeah, so it's interesting just seeing how well they can all work. But no, I say there are definitely loads more, and as all the new cards come in, just new possibilities are also being added to the list.
Yeah, yeah, I'm really excited to see all the new cards, how it affects the meta and the changes. It should be very cool to see. The first one is Ceremony, right?
It looks, yeah, I think it's, I've seen lots of ceremonial cards
Yeah.
spoiled.
Yeah, there's gonna be just a ton of ceremony stuff. That's the only problem with seeing the new cards is I
Mm.
100% know that for the next month and a half or so, there's gonna just be a bunch of ceremony specific decks out there, you know?
A lot of them look actually quite powerfully splashable. It's like some of them are like 2 or 3 ceremonial dice to play, but several of them look like, oh yeah, that's a really like Blood Brawl. That looks incredible for the big units,
Yeah,
insanely so. It's
yeah.
like suddenly big units are actually a big value thing in themselves. They get some wounds on, and suddenly you're like annihilating everything on the board.
Well, just
So
like
yeah, looking
take
forward to these.
well, take a look at like what you have on your board, like right this second.
Mm,
Nature's Wrath. It's a bunch of two butts that have lived. And
mm,
if I don't do anything on my side, then you can come back, you know, and then still use the doll,
mm,
clear off my board, ping me for one, and then yeah, it seems exceptional.
yeah, I think the closed tournament format does encourage people to do the unexpected a bit more
Yeah,
because every kind of janky combo when analyzed can probably be destroyed by preparation, but given a little bit of like, oh, you don't know what it's going to be, you can you get a chance to try out these things and play them a bit, so there's more incentive for people to actually try build some of these more crazy combos and blindside people because you can catch out one of these pro players with a blindsiding, and it's often enough to take the game.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, the closed. I mean, that's the way tournaments are supposed to be, right? Like, I still really enjoy open. I think it's a fascinating puzzle to go back and forth when you're in the tournament.
Yeah,
But closed is, I mean, they're both are fantastic. I would love a good defined draft variant too. But yeah, closed is fascinating because you really don't know what we're going to be running into. Because I know, like, you've been running a lot of, oh, what is it? The big stompy dinosaur
I
guy.
played Rhino for about three games of Rhino.
Rhino, yeah.
I thought it would
And
probably be the end of my luck of getting away with another cheeky white Rhino. That I would pivot to something different just in time before I hit an Astrea in the face.
yeah, that would have been pretty good for me. Not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
yeah, that would be messy.
Yeah, and there's so many other different things. I know that you also have made a living off of kind of defining what a good deck can be. You are able to put together these defensive decks that a lot of people aren't even considering. How do you take a look at those and measure them against like an aggro deck or even just a like a 4 book conjuration deck? What's your process of making sure you've got a good defensive setup?
It's a good question. Like, I usually start with the value engine and then add stuff, modify it to make it more viable. Um, and if a value engine is, say, like in this case with the doll, then obviously it's more of a burn engine. So yeah, defensive makes sense. And then it's just literally what can you chuck into that deck which synergizes and just try it out. And initially, the first iterations of this deck was basically just Odette damaging the doll, and maybe there were like a few redirects to damage the doll, and yeah, just have to protect the combo a bit. But I was finding out the deck was really like struggling with the main actions. Brian Brauman, he was the one who suggested trying Gilder in it, and it was a bit stretched on the dice. But when I added the Gilder in, that was both comboing the Flock Shepherd, good defense, extra damage via the doll, and extra main actions, and then admonishes as well. They kind of supplement the burn plan, still combo with the Flock Shepherd, still give you the main actions. They can attack to generate main actions. So all of these things were just like slowly hanging together, and like Call Upon the Strings was really interesting because it's like you're paying 2 dice to get 2 damage, and it's not a great exchange rate, but
It's
it has this,
awful.
yeah, but it has this side effect of working with the doll, obviously, so it generates the damage via the doll, and it can take out these alteration decks, which at the moment seem to be few and far between, but I think if they become more commonplace, that's extra value.
Hmm.
And the deck's dice efficiency is actually really, really good. Like, Odette pays 0 dice, the doll pays 0 dice to work. So every round you're getting a Brennan effect for free via the doll with Odette. So having some dice spare to add to the burn with the cut the string is actually what you want. It's not so much of an issue. It's like you just want to be pushing the burn through faster and faster, get more burn on. Um,
Yeah, and stretch your main actions using Odette too.
And then, yeah, like you'll find out like somebody will play a deck against you and it'll be like, oh no, that just went right through my deck. It was devastating. My deck had Astrea. Oh, she exhausted the doll and then did the bad thing. So the Flock Shepherd gives 1 degree of protection for the doll combo because you have to usually deal with the flock before you can get to the doll.
Hmm.
The doll, and one thing I missed out was a chance I could just have unexhausted my Flock Shepherd with my own sword after you exhausted it, just countered it and kept my Golden Veil in hand. So I missed a trick there, but that's good to know.
Yeah, I was waiting on that one because you knew you had the sword after the first round.
Mm.
Yeah, I was definitely expecting it, but you didn't need it, obviously.
I wasn't sure if you had a veil, and there were a few times where it's like, I didn't like when you attack with the Realm Walker, and I was able to kill it with the Gilder. That I didn't need to do much at that point.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I knew my window was vastly closing, and I counted up. If you take a look at this game, like you'll see, I go back and I count how much burn I've got left in the deck, and
mm,
I'm like, I I couldn't say this, but like I need to do one more damage. That's
mm,
all I have to do, and I can
mm,
get there next turn.
mm,
And it's like, well, I didn't get a next turn, so that didn't matter anyway.
mm.
And then
Yeah, it
just
was
kind of
close.
started running people into your wall. I'm like, all right, that's not going to work.
I don't think I could have cranked out much more damage out of that round. I think one more from the doll, maybe ping it with the Gilder, one more from the Gilder, and exhaust something to another. So maybe another 3 damage or something. But only because you have an open board.
Yeah,
You had a turtle to come down as well. That would have blocked at least something.
yeah. And that's just more for just a little bit of protection, just in case.
Mm.
Definitely does not account for this type of deck, though. Just so for people to know, like on Ashes Live, are your decks under RedKing or are they under Konagrad?
Let me check. Hold on. What is my Ashes like? I think they're under Red. I think my user is RedKing, and if you search for RedKing or whatever you do, like they're all public. I don't have any private
Okay.
decks, so you can
Oh,
see
wow.
all of the stuff I've been working on. There's about
Okay.
between 200 and 300, 250.
Is there any series that you're particularly proud of? Because I know you're naming
Ah,
you
yeah,
name
yeah,
the shells, not necessarily the PB decks themselves. So is there any
yeah.
shell that you're particularly proud of?
Oh, yeah, several I really, really enjoy. Like these like Dole ones. Those are really I enjoy playing them because they're quite a powerful combo and they can really do a lot of work. So I love these like Tenebris, like
Hmm.
Shadow Doll decks. I love the. Hold on, just reminding myself. Sounds like I'm blowing my own trumpet, but it's like I really enjoy these. I think there's something quite fun and special about a lot of these decks, and they don't often get seen very much if you don't play them and you don't search for them. So they're kind of hidden behind the scenes.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
Parallax decks with Strengthen, I really enjoyed.
Okay, that one I
So
haven't played with yet. I've played with your doll deck. And then
mm,
just to let people know, like if you want to get better at the game, um, find a deck that you think is interesting and take it for a spin. A lot of Konagrat's decks out there, at first glance, you're not going to understand until until you sit down and play it. So what's the third shell that you really like?
I really like the what was it? I've forgotten the name. That's really embarrassing. Chronophage is the most recent one. It was Noah doing the weird. Oh, counter time. Yeah, all the counter time stuff. That was
Yeah.
playing around with all the tempo deck ideas. Like I've had so much fun, and I still think there's some really spicy kind of builds around. But I think they are tricky to play because you really need to know the timing of Ashes to really get the most. And if you play it wrong, you'll just lose. But if you can do
Yes.
the timing, you know how to play like them, really make the most of Lightbringers and set up these like accelerate into Mortal Commander Wolf combos. You can do huge amounts of burst damage, but they are difficult to play for sure.
I am a living testament to that. I've played at least three of your counter time decks, and
Mm.
I absolutely failed on two of them. Like it wasn't even. I did not get it. By the third time I got it down, I was like, okay, got it. I'm understanding what's going on, and they just happened to have a perfect alert like setup
Yeah,
where it's like,
it
oh
can
well,
suck. Yeah,
I can still squeak damage around it, but I don't have enough to finish the game. But I can see if they
yeah.
didn't have that setup, it was gonna go. So yeah,
Mm.
thank you so much for making these available to people too.
Yeah, like I think there's something about like with competitive stuff at high end sort of competitive play, especially in open list format, it's very hard for a lot of the jank decks to really perform. But that said, like I think quite a lot of them probably go further than people realize, just because people don't play them much. They don't really appear on the radar. People don't think about it, and they never get teched. But I think there's more potential out there. I think for people to play with, than maybe is initially apparent.
Yes. Yeah.
Even if at the end of the day, a really top end good stuff, well played, top of the range is going to just be very very robust anyway.
Yep, I absolutely agree. I mean, every deck has got some sort of weakness in there somewhere.
Mm,
We're just now getting into the phase of how do we deal with Value Town and what are the best
mm,
ways to go about it. Like I think Small Sacrifice and String Mage does a nice little
mm,
job. I think some a little bit of alert, a little bit of root armor. I think there's people are coming around to really doing stuff to adjust for that, and I'm excited to see then what is the next iteration, right? How does the
mm.
meta change and how does it grow? I do firmly believe though that Hope Creepers and Brennan are probably still the top, still the top. I don't
Mm.
fear Brennan as much anymore, only because I'm running a lot of knights these days.
Yeah.
But against a regular deck, brutal, absolutely brutal.
I also noticed that quite a lot of old decks still seem to actually pack quite a good punch, but nobody plays them because they're always playing the modern stuff. But like, there are lots of really good old decks. Just going back through my oldest decks, like, yeah, some of these things like loads of Steadfast Guardian decks just sitting around, and like, oh, people are going, oh, maybe we could play Steadfast Guardian. It's like, yes, maybe we could. That's a great idea.
I've been jumping in on the Steadfast Guardian train here the last couple of weeks. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. Bear, like, there's nothing wrong with Bear. Where's Bear should be played more right now, right?
Yeah, I think the Bear struggles immediately when people start throwing like 3/2s at it. But you can build a deck that takes that into account, like with unit guards and whatever, ice traps. So
yeah, 100%.
Definitely meta for that.
Well, I do need to get going. I need to go pick up everyone from school and work and whatnot. But thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. Thank you so much for the
Yeah,
game.
appreciate it. Yeah, it was really good fun. I like playing more interesting, like unusual matchups. It's like, oh, it's not a Brennan matchup. It's not a Hope matchup. It's a cool, fun, unexpected twist. See how it goes. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, you're absolutely welcome. Thank you, and you have a great day. Take it easy.
You too. Take care. Bye for now.